So here we are at Bagradas Plains, and the Romans have made a push back and have knocked the Carthaginian phalanxes flying back en route. What had been a weak spot is now appearing to be a place where Carthage is unable to keep up the attack. The only real question comes down, Carthage is not going to be able to break the Roman circle, but can they break the Roman army so that it leaves the field? Can they inflict enough losses before they take enough themselves? An attritional question. And right now they're doing that primarily because of the elephants. At this point they no longer have elephants really. They have a couple of them here, one up there, but they've thrown most of them into the battle. They've lost most of them. Those are cheap losses for them for the impact that they have. But now they've got to start using real units and losing real units to keep attacking this Roman position. So I think they're going to be able to do it. It's a 50-point hit for them, and it's only, they've got about 60, well, it's about 40 points for them and about 60 for Carthage, but it's not going to be a complete cakewalk. We'll see what happens. And now the legions show what they can do. They've broken out and driven all of the phalanxes except for this one away from their front. With the cav around the back, there's not, and maybe one elephant here that's free, there's not a lot of risk to just going for those flank attacks on weakened phalanxes and sending them flying. We're going to see if their Greek mercenary general can try to save the day and at least rally some of those units, but we've already got 2 of them here, and that's 28 of these cohesion hit, route points or whatever, which is putting them not too far from the Roman total, and Carthage needs a lot less to break. Alright, well, we're up to just the best of the Carthaginian leaders over here, where things were starting to develop, and then down here where he's got to try to rally his army. So after all the routing and cleanup and all that, it's the position we're in. The Romans having, as we saw before, driven off those phalanxes, but most of them rallied. We got one routing back here. I didn't get a continuation, so I didn't get a shot. Oops. To rally up. Wiped out one of the Roman routed units down here. We got a couple more. Ran through the Triarii and kind of disrupted them. For points, the Romans take 12, which puts them up to 100. And the Carthaginians have 2 double strengths. So that's 28, as I think we said before, which puts them up to 66. Well, it's hard to tell. The Roman army is in a much better overall state, but point-wise, this could still end up swinging in Carthage's favor. Definitely got advances that happen on this side now. It's looking like I'm breaking another little wedge into that circle. And whenever those happen, a lot of damage results from that to the Romans. Even if they're able to come out as they were, they may need to take a chance and strike. Well, they can't. I am thinking strike out at those cav, but the cav will just run away. No big deal there. So there's not much they can do. They can hit this cav. Or no, that's a light infantry. Once they get a shot, and that's why it got sacrificed. It's a light infantry, man. Who cares? All right, but that's about where we are. And the Romans have widened the hole that they basically shot through the Carthaginians. Got routing units all over the place, but there's one unit in column that they didn't manage to reach, and they're beginning to turn and try to take care of this stronger force. It's mainly just medium infantry. They're very, very unwilling, unable, however, to handle the cav, and that could end up coming around and exploiting, perhaps over here, where they've broken free on their pursuit. Regulus continues pushing forward and drives most of the Carthaginians out of the way. We got one elephant here, then we got this mass here, but almost everything else is routed that was in the front. Over here, over here, over here. We still got the one phalanx in column. The cav chose not to start moving over here, but instead used an elephant to try breaking another hole in place. And it looked like it was going to work. I mean, they've broken a unit and everything, but they didn't get any kills. And right now we're at 1424. That puts us up to 90. So we're 10 away from breaking with the Carthaginians, and there's a lot of routed units on the board. At this point, they have to try to rally and reorder their forces, and there's no way they're going to be able to destroy the Roman morale quickly enough before their own units fall off the map. All right, onward. And in that rallying process, one of these good 5-valued leader, good chance of rallying stuff, but he knocked a phalanx and a medium infantry out, and that's it. That's game. That's another 19 points. So we've got 28, 38, 43. That's enough to put them over the 100. They're broken. There's no way that they can do anything significant to the Romans here. So I'm going to call it here rather than play out the end of the turn for the next 20 minutes or whatever it takes me to fiddle around playing. Well, supposedly the advantage is to the Carthaginians here, but I think if the Romans could get a jump and build a nice defensive formation, we're showing that it's not necessarily that easy to swamp them. Once the elephants are gone, Carthage has to start paying a price to get a victory, or to crack a defensive position. Now, if the Romans don't bother building a defensive line, they're just hosed because we're unanchored. And letting the elephants pass through is always an option, but it's still not a terribly good one. They're still a cheap thing, and they can continue pushing onward and threatening. And if they get flanks, you can't let them through. And it's pretty easy to get them on the flanks. That huge long line of elephants that started the game, though, that's not going to go all on the flanks. It's going to try to weaken that Roman line somewhat so that the phalanxes can hit, etc. But the cav just is so superior that the Romans had to, in my view, had to build a defensive position. And at the very least, with someone as questionable on attacking as I am, it was sufficient to stop Carthage there. All right, well, that's this one, and it's going up to you.